Nestled along the coast, one town is celebrating its 100th birthday. Art installations and events help highlight Carolina Beach's centennial. I caught up with one town historian who walks us through the town's last 100 years. Check it out. The 1920s, a decade full of jazz music, flapper fashion, and history. It also marked the official start to a town we now know as Carolina Beach.
The incorporation was 1925, and that was around the time that the automobile was becoming the mode of transportation.
Elaine Henson is a local historian.
History is my passion.
She's also collected thousands of vintage and historical postcards.
Beach, boardwalk.
Of Wilmington, Wrightsville Beach, and Carolina Beach.
I started wondering wonder where this place was.
She dove into research to find out.
Let's see.
And took me back in time, going through the history of the town celebrating 100 years this year.
I'll just get back to the beginning.
The year was 1925. John W. Plummer was the first mayor of Carolina Beach.
And in 1925, it was still a peninsula. It was Federal Point.
In 1930, the section of the Intracoastal Waterway passing through Carolina Beach was finished, known as Snow's Cut.
That was a huge change.
It allowed boaters a route to navigate the coast.
You could, dock there and go get a Brits donut, maybe.
Yeah. The iconic Brits Donuts opened on the boardwalk in 1939.
Brits Donuts is probably one of the biggest draws.
Keep in mind, this is at a time when Carolina Beach was a predominantly white beach, and Seabreeze Beach Resort was the destination for black vacationers during the Jim Crow era. Then the year was 1940. A policeman was making his nightly rounds on the boardwalk when he saw a fire at the pavilion.
There was a stiff wind blowing which spread the fire eventually over 2 blocks of the boardwalk. It burned everything to the ground.
Despite the destruction, they were able to reopen again 9 months later for the summer season.
You can date postcards from that time because most of them will say the South's Miracle Beach.
The boardwalk became wildly popular, along with the well-known Carolina Shag Dance, throughout the rest of the 1940s, 50s, and 60s with amusement rides and snack bars. It also eventually recovered after Category 4 Hurricane Hazel hit in 1954. Then the year was 1977. Seashore Park rides left the boardwalk and moved to Lake Park Boulevard.
The rides, drew families to the beach because it was something for the children to do.
Henson says without the rides, buildings deteriorated and it started the dark days of the boardwalk.
A lot of those storefronts were just empty. And somebody would want to open a bar and they'd say, sure.
There were at least 14 bars within 2 blocks, including one that saw 3 murders in 1 year.
The town knew they had to step in and do something.
After passing zoning laws, so bars had to be so far apart, the passing of time,
and that's where they kept coming up saying that's
the boardwalk that's there now is all new.
And eventually reconstruction in 2016, it's now back to the family-friendly place it was meant to be. But
a lot is different. I mean, it's not the same place it was.
Not everything has changed, though. Henson says the boardwalk has always been the center of town.
It's just evolved, but it's still the center.
She says it's also still a community that will stick together through anything for another 100 years.
Whenever there's a fire or a family loses, they do have a camaraderie which you don't find.
JC Caldwell, WECT News.